Hey there, this is Derek from HowDoIMoney.com. On this video, we're going to go over the net worth tab on your Tiller Google Sheet monthly budget. We always start at TillerHQ.com to log into your account and then pull up your budget. Your budget's always at the very top here, whatever you named it. In this case, I named it My New Awesome Budget. Hit Open Sheet and it will open it over here in Google as a Google Sheet. On this video, we're going over the net worth tab right down here. We're going to show you how to calculate your net worth. Okay, so the idea behind your net worth is you simply add up all your assets, add up all your debts, and then subtract the two. So it's assets minus debts equals your net worth. A lot of people say that tracking your net worth is the number one best thing that you could possibly do to improve your personal financial situation. And I tend to agree. I think it's probably a tie actually between doing a monthly budget and tracking your net worth. But the reason I might agree with the people who say that tracking your net worth is the best thing you can do is because you do a budget, you do your best to pay off debt, save some money, invest for retirement. You're making millions, literally millions of decisions, small decisions throughout your life, but you're making maybe thousands of decisions a month in order to keep up with your budget, save some, pay off your debt, all that kind of stuff. But how do you know if all of those teeny tiny decisions that you've made are doing any good? How do you know if you're making any progress? Well, tracking your net worth is the only way to find out if you're actually making progress and if all the hard work that you're putting in is paying off. So that's my vote for tracking your net worth. I think it's incredibly important. And once your net worth starts growing and starts heading in the right direction, tracking your net worth can actually be almost addicting. It can be really, really motivating and encouraging. And just a quick note to anybody who has a negative net worth or is struggling to make progress. I still want to encourage you to track your net worth. Because it'll eventually start paying off. And again, even if your net worth is negative, that doesn't mean that you're not heading in the right direction. You could be heading in the right direction rapidly, but still have a negative net worth. Okay, let's get to how this worksheet works. So we'll go column by column and row by row, and then I'll work out a few months here so you can kind of see it in action. Column A, you would just insert the name of all of the assets here. So whatever, like say this is cash, this is a stock, another stock. Actually, I'm going to change this one to, let's see, 401k. Stock, mutual fund, and let's call this 2 more stocks. Okay, so you just give them a name, whatever your situation is, then you'll look up all of the amounts for all of these individual accounts. Then over here, you put your total debt. Now, the reason why I didn't have you listed out here is because you've already got it listed out on your debt snowball. So you've got the details here. Just bring the total balance that you've already got here, just bring that over. So just bring that over here. And then this will automatically calculate your net worth, and then it will also automatically calculate the change from last month. So I'll show you how that works whenever we get over here and do an example. So then as you can see, the columns are just each month. So you're going to fill out all of this information monthly. Look up each account, find the current balance for each individual account, and put the information in here. So let me you can see I've got some example numbers here. So let me just go through a couple of months and then we'll do some example months to really illustrate how this works. So as you can see, the total assets here, 17,800, total debt. So in this case, the net worth for this example is a negative number. Then another month goes by and some of these accounts grow. Your total assets grew. Your total debt went down because you're working your debt snowball. And your net worth went from, actually on this example for this month, it went from a negative number to a positive number. And the change from last month, it grew by $922. So it crossed over from a negative to a positive and it grew by that much. Now, in this example, the next month was a bad month because the total assets went down, as you can see. But you're still paying off your debt and your debts went down. So your net worth actually went down a little bit this month. As you can see, $555 to $375. So it went down by $180. So you can see down here, this is going to track, this tracks what your net worth is. And this tracks whether your net worth grew or went down and by how much. So then in April, we had another good month. All the stocks and the investments went up. The debt continued to go down. And so your net worth took a huge jump. It went from $375 to $2,250. And as you can see here, it grew by $1,875. So let me just fill in 2 more months going forward to really illustrate how this works. So let's say that the 401k went up. You'd be looking up all this information, logging into each individual account, and looking up all this information to type it in. Let's say that this one stayed still, and this one grew a little. Let's say that these two grew just a little bit. Okay, so that's your total assets here. And then you would go over here to your debt snowball. You'd fill in all the information for a new month, and then you would pull the total balance over here. Remember, over here on your debt snowball, you're refreshing all of this information by hand every month. So you're getting a new current total debt balance. Then you would bring that back over here. And let's say in this example, it went down to $1,600 even. So your new net worth went up a little bit. It went up by $560, in fact. So this is your new net worth. So let's go do one more month and then we'll wrap it up here. So let's say it continues to grow. Your stocks and your 401k and your mutual funds continue to grow a little bit. Oops. $4,300. I must have missed this one here. Let's just say that it stayed the same. And then it grew this month. Okay, so that's your that's your new total assets. And you continue to pay down your debt. And let's say that you paid $500 on your debt this month. All right, so your net worth is continuing to grow. It grew by $970 this month. So again, this is just an example. Just punch in all of your information monthly, and you'll see how this tracks your net worth really nicely. Hopefully it's motivating. Again, even if your net worth is negative or if your net worth isn't growing very much, it's still really important to fill this out no matter what your situation is, just so that you can see this information, so that it's on your mind that, okay, I need to be making these decisions for my monthly budget and pay off debt and save some money so that I can move the needle on my net worth. Because without this, if you're not tracking your net worth, it's kind of hard to get a big picture of why you're putting forth all of this effort to create a budget and to stick with it. This is your goal right here, is to grow your net worth. So all the stuff that you're doing over here, this is what it all leads up to. So please don't ignore punching in all this information monthly and tracking your net worth. Okay, the best place to ask questions and share wins or share challenges and struggles is in the Facebook group at howdoimoney.com/Facebook, and you can join the group there. All right, one more video to wrap it up. Again, I am Derek from howdoimoney.com.